So don't talk.
Hello and welcome to Hockey Time on Memory the Video Productions. I'm
Mike on the wing, centering pass, backhand score!
Go in, Scooter with it, sends it across for Kane, and it's in the net, and they have a power play goal!
The other point, big shot, right on, and the glove hit! Neal having words with Campbell, and now Mario steps in there, and now all chaos breaks loose.
Faces to center ice, where he is bombed by his teammates from Lemonster.
Goals, led by Mike Mazzone in that portion, and that 18 goals is split over 6 guys, so Mazzone has half of those goals. So tonight we're going to look for Loper and Mazzone to really turn on the heat and test Jason Bashaw, who is in the pipes for the Allies tonight. Jason Bashaw has a 78% save percentage, almost a 79. He's a 78.7. It's a little low for him. He's had a tough go so far. He's played 3 games this season. He's faced 108 shots, let up 23 goals. He's going to have some help in front of him tonight. They're going to really need to slow down this Big Knife team, who obviously has taken a ton of shots. They have, they have almost 50 goals between them right now, as you hear Bashaw getting fired up. And the leading scorers on the Allies tonight at this point are Mike Kelsey with 8 goals, and Kyle Jesse has 3 goals. The team has 17 total, which doesn't even match Loper's 19 that he has for the season so far. So we're going to have to see how this goes down tonight. Bashaw in the pipes for Allies. We got Dan Sisson in the pipes for Big Knife. And Dan's save percentage is 85.6 this season, so he's holding tight in between those pipes there for Big Knife. And we got the teams warming up right now, and we'll be back in a few moments to start it up with Big Knife versus Allies here at PISA for Hockey Night. I think Dave's trying to make sure we're awake. So the zone is here. Tyler is here. Is that Jonesy? They're kind of thin tonight, huh? Scoot. Water. How you feeling tonight? Tired. That's all you got? Usually Jason is much more talkative, but oh wait, here he's coming back.
Tired, not as sore as the last game.
All right, so that's a positive, right?
Should be fun.
All right, there we go. So there you hear it from Jason Bashaw. He's ready to go tonight, folks.
I feel like our chances are about 50-50.
He feels that they got a reasonable chance of winning this game this evening. getting ready to drop the opening face-off. It looks like there's going to be Loper and Mazzone up front for Big Knife, and Kelsey and DiCamillo up front for the Allies, and Delgado and Bredigo in the back for the Allies, and Jonesy and De La Honte in the back for Big Knife. It's Big Knife pushing through. Loper picks it up. He's bringing it across the blue line down to Mazzone, plays it back to Loper, picked off by Delgado, who's looking to play it out. He's being checked by Loper as he chases him down, and Kelsey wiped out in front. Didn't look like anybody was around him. Bradigo picks it back up. He's trying to collect, passes over to Delgado. I was talking with Mike Bradigo before the game. Bradigo, who was a prevalent deck hockey player, switched over to roller hockey. As he was saying, it's much easier on his feet. He's had some foot issues playing deck hockey, but feeling much better now playing roller hockey, and showing why he's doing good at defense this season. There goes Kelsey with Delgado. Delgado looks, he takes a shot and a save, glove save by Dan Sisson. Mazzone goes off and Waters comes on for Big Knife, and it looks like there's going to be a full change for the Allies. Rink's a little slick tonight. We're getting some feedback from Jason Bayshaw. And we got Watrous and Barilaro up front with Jesse and Ressner in the back. And Kyle Jesse's bringing it up. He makes a pass over to Barilaro. Barilaro takes a shot, and Sisson's got to get his pad on that one to make the save. Picked up by De La Honte. He plays it to Waters. Waters is pinched off by Watrous, who collects that in the corner, and he's trapped in that corner by three guys from Big Knife, and Big Knife comes out with it. There's Scoot looking to make the pass. He makes the pass to D'Lo. These guys have been playing together for a very long time, so they make a great passing combination when they're out there. And picked off by the Allies. Coming back, Barilaro puts it through, and a shot by Ressner, who harasses Waters, and that gets played back to Jones. Jones now back to Waters. Waters has got some time. Now the pressure comes from Watrous and Barilaro. They cough it up. Ressner down to Barilaro. He makes a move past Waters. He tries to get it in front to Watrous. Watrous makes a great shot, and Sisson up to the task as Kyle Jesse falls down. He keeps it, makes the move around De La Honte, puts it in high, but Dan Sisson stops it, and he wants to get his guys recalibrated back. Change up again for the Allies, full change. They're looking to keep this pressure on. Part of what's going on tonight is there's one sub for Big Knife while there's two full lines for the Allies, so this could play to the Allies' favor if they keep the pace up in this game and keep this shift short, which I'm sure Delgado has been preaching that to the team so far, as he's very good with the strategy and how to play against shorthanded teams. Shot goes up and goes back. Loper misses it. Delgado picks it up. Loper eyeing him. He chases him back around the other side of the net. Delgado's got to do something with it. He puts it up to Kelsey. Kelsey now makes a nice pass through, and a touch pass back to Bradigo, who gets a shot, and the follow through by DiCamillo, who scores. So a great one-touch pass by Antonio DiCamillo over to Bradigo. Bradigo gets the shot, and DiCamillo with the rebound to put the Allies ahead 1-0 with 8:06 left in the first period. Tyler Waters against DiCamillo up front. DiCamillo wins the face-off, dumps it down low. Looks like another sub showed up, and Jeremy Zygmunt for Big Knife, as Big Knife gets a shot. Waters now getting it, and Waters with a rip, and he scores from the point, or from the bottom of the circle. Bayshaw didn't even see it. Waters just turned around and let that rip all in one motion and just caught the inside of the far post to even this game up. A mere 14 seconds after the score was already made 1-0 by the Allies, so now we're tied up. Mazzone getting shot off, and Waters getting a rebound. Delgado now pushing it up. He's got Zygmunt's back turned to him. He's got to push through Waters. Now he makes his way around. He plays it back out. DiCamillo can't get to it. Mazzone chasing it back around. He's going to play it around the back of his net, try to get his guys squared away, and he fires it all the way down. Waters is waiting down here. Radigo tries to pick him off, and Kelsey finally retrieves it. We got a 3-on-1 going the other way, and a backhand shot by DiCamillo, and Dan Sisson takes it in the chest and then covers up. 7:10 left in the first period. Tonight's game is brought to you by Dude Wipes, and you'll be hearing more from them later on as we get ready to take the face off here. Watrous against Loper. Loper wins it, keeps it himself. Tries to get it over to Mazzone. And Barillaro really playing Loper hard in the boards, and he comes up with it. Loper now he ends up winning it out, brings it back out. Rassner back to college. Jesse makes the pass across. It goes to Watrous. Watrous is bouncing around. He can't get the handle on it. Jesse picks it back up, and he goes to shoot. Gets it to De La Hante. De La Hante, he makes the pass across to Loper. Loper now gets the rip. Shaw made the save with his glove. Now here comes Barillaro, makes a nice move, but he loses control. Now Jesse picks it up at the point. He tries to backhand it through and can't get it through. Now picked up on the half boards by De La Hante, who plays it over to Zygmunt. Rassner now going the other way. He's got Watrous with him. He makes the move. He waits too long. He can't make the pass. Now he's got to recollect. He looks around. Makes the play across, gets it to Barillaro. Barillaro takes a shot, and that gets blocked by De La Hante, who jets out of his zone. He drops it, leaves it for Mazzone, who drops it for Loper, and Loper strikes it home for a goal. Number 57, assisted by 88 Mazzone and 15 De La Hante. Loper with a big rip there for his 20th goal of the season. He gets his first of tonight, and that puts Big Knife up 2-1 with 5:42 left in the first period. Ensuing face-off won by Big Knife. De La Hante now in the back. He tries to play it out to Waters, but it gets bumped back to him. Now Loper has it again. Loper with a shot pass almost, and Waters didn't have his stick down, so he couldn't get to it. He tried to break out of the zone, the Allies, but that play went off of the referee and collected again by Big Knife. As Loper working his magic, he gets it deep. Waters now, he's on the side of the net, tries to play it back to Loper. Bounces over to Barillaro, who squeezes past De La Hante. Tries to play it across the Watrous as Jones and Barillaro go into the boards. It looks like nobody gets hurt there. And another play coming down the other way and broken up by Kyle Jesse, who's got a 3-on-2 going the other way. He gets it over to Watrous. Watrous taking a lot of time getting down there, and Barillaro can't get it off. He's looking. Rassner, he's got a pass on him. He takes the shot, gets it around the back of the net. Kyle Jesse, he's working it down the boards. He's going to make his play around the back of the net while he's got De La Hante all over him. He makes the play across the front, but nobody's there. Rassner gets it. He turns around and takes the shot, and Jesse picks up the rebound. He passes out in front. Barillaro gets picked off in front of the net as he tries to get through. Rassner goes down, but keeps the ball and makes a nasty snipe right over Dan Sisson for a goal. Dan Sisson was down, looking to cover up the low side, and Rassner just put it right over his shoulder, top shelf, to even this game with 4:08 left in the first period. 2-2. Allies, Big Knife. Allies collect the face-off. Here's Kelsey. Kelsey gets the shot through, but that goes off of Zygmunt's stick and out of play. The Allies' strategy of keeping the lines rotating tonight seems to be working in their favor. They're really being able to hang with the big guns of Big Knife right now. We've seen some very good defensive plays. Nothing, I mean, Loper's going to score. There's nothing that I think any team is going to be able to do about that. The guy is he's just a talent and a sniper when it comes to shooting. But the goal by Waters, you know, that was a little bit of luck there. However, you know, Bayshaw could have played that better. He was playing deep in his net. So we have a 2-2 game as the Allies are breaking in. Kelsey getting a shot. That goes wide of the net. Picked up by Waters. Water plays it around to Zygmunt. Zygmunt now, he's looking. And that's picked up by DiCamillo. DiCamillo gets a shot. And Zygmunt just with the big body boxing out Kelsey there. Bradigo now has it in his zone. He's trying to go behind his net, but Waters picks it up. They're trying to get it, and there's Mazzone to clean up the garbage with a goal. 88 cleaning up the garbage from 24 there, and 88 with the goal. Waters benefited from Bradigo's mishandle there and walked out in front of the net, got the shot off. Bayshaw was there to make that save, but Mazzone was wide open by himself on the opposite side of the net, and that was what contributed to that goal. Here comes Mazzone again with Waters, and they almost get another play working for him as Kyle Jesse brings it out of the corner, and he's tripped up, and that's going to be a penalty on Mazzone as he gets his stick caught in the feet of Kyle Jesse. It's 2:49 left in the first period. We're going to have our first power play of the game. That's going to go to the Allies. The Allies are going to go on the power play with Watrous and Barilaro up front and Jesse and Rassner in the back, while Big Knife is going to counter with their PK group of Loper, Zygmunt, and De La Honte as Kyle Jesse gets a shot off there, and Dan Sisson stops it and covers up, doesn't let up a rebound on that one. Face off now to the right of Sisson. Watrous wins. He gets a shot and it goes right off of the post, goes behind the net, and Allies win it back out in the front. And there's a shot by Rassner, and it went in. It snuck right through. Sisson must have been screened. I know I was screened from that as well. And Rassner giving the fist pump there. Oh. So, sorry, Kastner, they have him marked wrong here in the program, straight out of PISA. So here we go, the Allies again, and there's Kastner over to Jesse. Jesse scoring on a nice shot just past Sisson. Sisson now giving up 2 quick goals. One on the power play to Kastner, and now one to Jesse. And that puts the Allies ahead 4-3 with 2:06 left in the first period. Rush showing his like of the 91 to 81, or the 81 to 91 connection there. And here comes Jesse again. He gets the shot, and that's blocked by Sisson. Loper now with a little flip pass over to Mazzone, and wow, Bayshaw makes a great save with his glove. Mazzone a little frustrated he didn't put that in as he taps his wood against the boards there. He's got a smile. He's looking. He knows. He knows Bayshaw got him on that one. And there they go. With a little bit of playful banter as Mazzone tells Bayshaw he's going to get him. And Bayshaw said, oh, I know. And here we go with Loper now. making the play back to Jones. Jones looking, he plays it long. And Mazzone gets a little deflection, and it just changes enough, and it can't be stopped by the outstretched leg, the base shawl, and it goes in. So there, Mazzone getting his revenge for that great save that base shawl just made. As Mazzone evens up the game with 133, 4-4 in the first period. Face off won by Kelsey, back to Delgado. Delgado makes the pass up to DiCamillo. DiCamillo looking to take the shot, and that gets blocked a little bit, and Kelsey gets a piece of it as he falls down, taking a swing. Here comes Jones. Jones looking to make a pass, and he gets it up to Loper. Loper now makes a quick pass over to Waters. Waters can't handle it, and it goes to the corner, but he picks it up there. Now Loper again has it. He tries to stuff it in the side, and as he falls down, he takes another swipe at it and goes around behind the net. Last minute of play in the first period, we got Jones working it around the back. He flips it up to center to D'Lo. D'Lo now making the pass across to Waters. Waters gets the shot off, but that's blocked by Delgado. And now we have DiCamillo working his way around. Makes the pass back out to Delgado. Delgado gets the shot and save by Dan Sisson. 33 seconds left in the first period. Face-off's going to be to the left of Dan Sisson. Both goalies are having a flash of brilliance tonight with some of their stops, but have also gotten beat on some bad plays in there. Like I said, Dan Sisson making a phenomenal stop on that one as Bradigo got everything. Put the ball exactly where you want to put it. The play coming across makes Sisson have to come all the way across the net to make that save. And Sisson up to the task on that one. Face-off won by DiCamillo. And Kelsey tries to get it, but he has to play it to himself in the corner as he steps around De La Honte. Still looking to try to pass to somebody. But then he decides he's going to take it himself, and De La Honte finally gets it away from him. De La Honte now, he's making a break in. Just seconds left in the period. He rolls around the back of the net, tries to backhand it. Delgado picks that off. He rides De La Honte, and De La Honte slashes the stick out of Delgado's hand with 1 second left. We're going to see our second power play begin, which will carry over into the second period. And they're just going to let that 1 second run off. So as we see in the first period, our goaltenders both having their ups and downs. Both have let up some pretty questionable goals while making some pretty brilliant saves. I mean, we saw Bayshaw make an incredible save. And right there at the end, we saw Sisson make a great save. And we're going to take a break now, and we'll be back for the beginning of the second period.
For every awesome, stanky, and highly questionable situation, quick dude shower. DudeProducts.com.
There, dude. That was a really sweet save, dude. Oh, that one that he just got his leg on Bradigo when Bradigo took that shot. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Here we are. We're back now at Plainville Indoor Sports Arena. Getting ready for the second period. Allies against Big Knife. 4-4. Starting the second period like we started the game, except the Allies will be on the power play for the next minute and 29 seconds. And Tyler Waters picks it up. And he just throws it right into the Ally zone as Barillaro is going to pick that up. He waits for Waters to skate by, and he goes the opposite way. Barillaro drops it back to Kastner. Kastner now looking across. He gets it to Jesse. Jesse plays it across to Barillaro. Barillaro looking. He makes the pass over to Kastner. These guys are moving it around pretty good on the power play, as we saw when they scored on the last power play earlier in the first period. Jesse now going back to pick that up. Barillaro driving out with him as well as Kastner. Jesse now makes the play over to Barolaro. Barolaro looking, he takes a shot, and that gets collected by D'Lo, who shoots it out. Barolaro goes over to the bench. He's getting some strategy from Delgado. As Barolaro comes out, he lines up against the boards. A face-off by Watrous. He ties up Tyler Waters. Those two are looking like they're getting a little bit edgy there inside the face-off circle. We'll have to see how that goes on. Here comes Kastner and Watrous. Jesse's down deep. Kastner now making some moves, and he gets a backhand shot off. Dave Barolaro looking, he looks back, he gets it to Watrous. Watrous makes a play over to Kyle Jesse. Jesse's pinned up against the boards, but Kastner comes in to bail him out. Kastner makes the play back, and that bounces all around. Oh, and Barolaro gets a shot, but I think it hit somebody in front and went out, and both referees are saying that that went off a big knife, and face-off stays low to the left of Dan Sisson. Change of squad for the Allies as they bring out Kelsey and DiCamillo up front, and Bradigo and Delgado in the back. And sorry for the pause there. I was trying to hear what Dan Sisson was getting grossed out by there, as the face-off gets one and goes out of play off of Big Knife. 3 seconds left on the penalty. And there we go. De La Honte is out. Zygmunt switches up with him. Bradigo gets a shot off as Zygmunt is getting into the play. DiCamillo has it behind the net. He makes the pass out to Delgado, way far out. And he tries to play it in to Kelsey. Kelsey picks it up. He's got Jones on him. Kelsey now pushing it around the back of the net. He makes the play up. Allies really passing well tonight, but it is being countered fairly well by Big Knife, as every time they seem to get it, and they're making great passes to get out of the zone, they're just having some trouble getting it in the first place. But once they do, oh wow, there's one with Jones wiped out and fell down, and DiCamillo took advantage of that and took a shot as it bounces in on the other side from a flip in, and it's pushed away by Bayshaw. Bradigo trying to use him up, and Jones tries to play that back. Kelsey now tries to play that around, that kind of falls short, and Zygmunt picks that up. Kelsey now with it over at the face-off circle. He's looking for somebody to pass to. He gets it through, but Bradigo can't get to it. Now he makes it and plays it back out to Delgado. Delgado down deep. It gets picked up by Kelsey. Kelsey out to Bradigo. Bradigo shoots it, and a great save by Dan Sisson as he stacks the pads and gets that and keeps it out. And he's got a little frustration going on there, as he knows his guys got beat on a good passing play by the Allies. And as I was saying before, the Allies get it. They're cycling well. They're making good passes. And it seems like Big Knife is just having trouble getting it away from them when they get set up and they start making the passes. And it doesn't matter which squad is out here for the Allies. It's the passing is working for both of them. Watrous gets in there. He makes a stick check on Zygmunt. It pops up. De La Honte now. He passes it out to Loper. Loper tries to get it through, and he gets blocked by Barolaro, but Loper gets it on the second swing, and that goes out of play. 7:44 left in the second period. Score's still tied 4-4. We're going to have a face-off just inside the red line, neutral zone to the left of Dan Sisson. Won by Big Knife. Mazzone has it. He's working it down the boards. He's being harassed by Kastner, who gets it over to Jesse, who gets it over to Barolaro, and Barolaro doesn't quite get the pass over like he wanted to, and a great lead pass and a beautiful spin by Mazzone, who just keeps firing at it, and finally put in by Loper. Loper with the great pass, the outlet pass, but Mazzone with the even better play where he puts the spin move on I believe that was Kyle Jesse that was down there. He puts the spin move on him, and he ends up getting 3 or 4 shots on an outstretched Jason Bayshaw, and D'Lo just comes in and puts it home. And in Jason Bayshaw's defense, there's nothing you're going to be able to do there about that. I mean, Bayshaw's stretched out all the way as far as he can go, and Loper's going to find the hole and put it in there. Allies again. They're making the play, trying to get this game tied back up. That last goal by Loper put it up 5-4. Kyle Jesse controlling at the point. He gets a shot in. That gets blocked by Sisson as he sees it all the way. Kastner steps through, kind of took Jesse out of the play with that, and now it ends up back into the Allies zone. Waters has it behind the net. He looks to play it back around to Mazzone. Mazzone lets it go through. It's going up to Zygmunt. Zygmunt plays it down, and it comes back to him. Now he gets a pass from Mazzone. He tries to flip it by Bayshaw on the blocker side, but it goes wide of the net. And the Allies now have to collect deep. Kyle Jesse being chased by Mike Mazzone. Kyle Jesse over to Kastner. Russ Kastner looking for another goal. He takes a good rip, and that bounces over the net and almost goes off the back of Sisson, skating in. Kastner gets it. Oh, and Dan Sisson with a save with the glove that came out of nowhere. And you know Kastner is going to be talking to himself after that. Dan Sisson, automatic with that glove. What a phenomenal save. What a phenomenal save. As you can hear the congratulations coming from both teams, as they all know that that was a phenomenal save by Sisson there. Face off one back to the Allies as Bradigo takes a shot. Now Kelsey has it. He's being worked on. He gets slashed at by Zygmunt, and Sisson covers up, and we're going back to this left face-off circle, which seems to be a popular face-off circle for these guys, just to the left of Sisson. Waters wins it over to Loper. Loper now, he's looking. He's going to take that shot. That gets blocked by Delgado, as Delgado had him lined up the whole way. Bradigo now stops behind the net with it. He looks to make the pass. That's knocked down by Loper. Loper's chasing him. Waters now trying to pinch him off, but he makes a pass out. Kelsey knocks it down out of the air, but Zygmunt is there to take it away from him. And Waters plays it to Zygmunt, but Kelsey, he's a one-man wrecking crew right now, and he keeps trying to get through these guys. And finally, Big Knife getting it away, and they're working it out of the zone, which has not really been their strong point except for when they're making their passes. Carrying it out of the zone has definitely gone to the Allies, as they're the ones that have been making the better plays, like we see here with Kelsey. Controlling it still in the corner. He's got to look for something to do with it. He makes a pass, but he's cut off by 3 guys, and it ends up on De La Honte's stick, who he goes to try to carry it out. He's got to turn around. He knows he's got to wait for some help as he gets pinched off again. And here comes Delgado. Delgado makes a pass up to Kelsey. Kelsey back to Delgado. Sisson makes a save, and there comes Bradigo to tie it up. Mike Bradigo with the goal, shooting it past Dan Sisson. Nobody there to pick Bradigo up on that last drop, which Kelsey got the first shot. Delgado got a piece of it, and then it just bounced back out in front of Sisson as he was looking for it. Bradigo comes in, and he just puts it into the open side of the net. 5-5, a little over halfway through the second period. And Bradigo with another tally this game. Kastner now harassing De La Honte. Loper's got to play it out. Kyle Jesse picks that up. He goes around, gets it over to Watrous. Watrous right in front, and he gets a piece of it, and it bounces off the backboards and comes to the left of Sisson, and covers it up with his glove. Sisson now holding on to it for an extra second, probably to get a breather. It's definitely warm in here tonight if you're not wearing equipment. If you're active and wearing as much equipment as the goalies are tonight, it's certainly very, very steamy. Jonesy now up the boards to Barillaro loses it, but it comes right across the Watrous. Watrous now looking. He takes a snapshot. Picked up by Loper off the rebound from Sisson. Kyle Jesse now, he picks that off as it bounces up in the air. Goes over to Tyler Waters. Kastner now plays it across. Barillaro picks that off the wall. Barillaro now stepping through. He cuts back on Scoot. He's now working around Scoot. He plays through Scoot. He comes in, he gets the shot, but Sisson was all over that. Now in the corner, Loper looks like he got away with a trip on that one as he got his stick into Barillaro's feet. Barillaro went down and Big Knife was able to get out of the zone. Loper now, he has control of it in the corner, and Bayshaw covers that up as he wants his guys to get settled. 3:26 left in the second period. Tonight's game is brought to you by Dude Wipes. We'll be hearing from them again in between periods. As we bring out the new cast for this part of the period. 3:26 left, 5-5. Allies, Big Knife. There goes Loper, and Loper walks in right off the face-off and scores. Dennis Loper. Again, right off the face-off, he walked right through the defense, and Bayshaw sized them up, and Loper just beat him with a good shot through the wickets to break the tie. 6-5, 3:23 left. D'Lo putting on a skills clinic tonight with his scoring, making great passes, doing fair on defense. So I mean, you can't say he's perfect across the board, but he's really putting on a clinic in the offensive realm of the game tonight. Face off now to the right of Sisson. This is on his blocker side, which we haven't seen him have to defend many face-offs on that side, as Big Knife wins it and Mazzone goes up the boards, plays it to himself. He walks in and he scores. Mazzone now steps right through and he puts it right through Bayshaw as well. It's a move that you see a lot in video game hockey. You move from the right to the left, you get the goalie moving, and when the goalie's not looking, bam, you put it where the goalie isn't. 7-5. Big Knife over to Allies. 3:01 left. Still lots of hockey as the face-off goes out. And we'll recycle this face-off back to center ice. Watrous against Loper. But as we talked in the beginning of the game tonight, and a little clock failure there as the horn went off for no apparent reason. So face off again at center. But like I was saying, here's Barillaro. Barillaro gets a backhand shot, covered by Sisson. Sisson has really stepped up his game in the second period. He's made some pretty phenomenal saves, and he's stepping it up when he needs to, when he's getting these one-on-one looks with some of these shooters. But going back to the point that I was trying to make twice now, in the beginning of the game we talked about, Loper and Mazzone being the peripheral scorers or prolific scorers on Big Knife's side, as there they go again. And now Loper wanting an interference to get called, and oh, there we go, Kastner with a goal, as Big Knife is too worried about arguing whether there should have been interference on the player or not. And Kastner just walks right on up and he takes the shot. Sisson is still heated about that, as everybody on Big Knife felt that should have been interference. And seems like the anger flare has chilled down for the moment anyway. And Kastner with another goal. So that brings it to 7-6. 2:24 left in the second period here. And we didn't know that we were going to see this much score. Another goal. And there's Tyler Waters putting it behind Bayshaw. Looks like all I'm going to be doing is calling goals right now, because every time I try to talk, I just keep talking Here's another goal. Here's another goal as Waters puts it in past Bayshaw. So now we're at 8-6, 2:17 left in the second period. We figured we would see some scoring from Big Knife. Seeing the contrast of goal scoring between Big Knife and Allies, you know, we weren't really looking for the Allies to put up this many goals, but the Allies are getting good plays. They're working very, very well when they get possession and they get set up in the zone, or at least they have been so far in this game. And that's where their strength has been. They've been playing fast. They're playing these short shifts. Big Knife is countering with great passes out of the zone, great one-on-one play, because they are putting on a show every time they get one-on-one with somebody, and they're getting very, very good shots and very, very good looks that are leading to these goals. Like I said, there were a couple of dinky goals for both sides, but all in all, I mean, Big Knife is getting some very good opportunities, and now it just seems like they have the Allies on their heels a little bit. 1:17 left in the period, and here comes Mike Beretigo. He's carrying it out. He's keeping control. He steps around the zone. He plays it back. That gets tipped away from the zone. Here's Delgado. He gets pinched off by Waters, but that goes back around to De La Honte, who plays it back to Waters, who plays it back around the net to Zygmunt, who throws it back around as Kelsey and Delgado run into each other, and it's just cleared out by Waters all the way down. The zone goes for a change. We got Loper coming back out. 43 seconds left in the second period. Zygmunt now at center ice, but he gets picked off. Kelsey with it down low. Pass over to Barilaro. Barilaro gets blocked by Zygmunt there, and Big Knife now working it out of the zone. And Waters, like it's been all night, they've just had trouble with the carry out of the zone, but when they make passes out of the zone, they're doing good. Loper now getting pinched down low. He wraps it around, brings it up the boards, and they get the shot on Bayshaw, who makes the save with 11 seconds left in the second period. Face-off is going to be to the glove side of Bayshaw, which is his left, to our right. Waters lining up with D'Lo to his right against Watrous, with Barilaro to his right as the shot comes down. Sisson grabs it. He throws it into the corner. Kastner goes to make the play, and that's the end of the period. And as we see, we had some scoring definitely in this period, as we have an 8-6 score now, and that's how much scoring there was this period. I can't keep up with it fast enough, and hopefully we're going to see a good shootout in the third period. We're going to go to commercial, and we'll be back in a little bit with the third period back here at PISA. Oh, after that
Let's face it, not everyone is a fan of a man's odors. Dude Wipes can take care of the man funk factor for you. This award-winning brand of pre-moistened tissues allows you to freshen up whenever or wherever you need. Each box of Dude Wipes contains 30 single-use packets of pre-moistened 44 square inch towels that are quick-drying, alcohol-free, and easily disposable. Each pack will easily fit into a pocket, gym bag, or briefcase, so you can have it easily accessible to you wherever you go. To use, simply tear open, unfold, and wipe to clean any part of the body, even sensitive areas. Dude Wipes contain ingredients like vitamin E and soothing aloe, which help hydrate the skin while ridding you of that funky feel.
Welcome back, everyone, to Plainville Indoor Sports Arena. We're getting ready to start the third period, 8-6, Big Knife over the Allies, as we're going to see Loper and Watrous line up for the face-off. Watrous wins it back to Kyle Jesse, but then ends up taking it himself and hitting it over to Kastner, who plays it up to Barillaro, gets the shot off, gets his own rebound and gets a second shot off, and he's played into the corner. And Loper is just playing strong now as Jesse gets a shot on net and Sisson makes a save. Here comes Mazzone. Mazzone looking, he crosses over, he rips a shot. That goes behind the net as Jim Sabatini has his arm up. And he's calling D'Lo for a penalty. He calls him for interference on Kastner. So we're going to see the third power play of the game. All power plays have been in the Allies' favor so far. The Allies, again, have been, when they get control and they start working it and making their passes, they're doing very, very well, and Big Knife has had trouble getting it away from them. And the problem has been when something like this happens, an errant pass, or the rebound just comes back to somebody on Big Knife. But here's the passing around, and there's a play that bounces back out and just happens to go to Mazzone. He flips it in on Bayshaw. Bayshaw now plays it to Kastner. Kastner, he's moving it up as he's going to try to get everybody get set up. He's looking, he takes a shot. Jesse goes to get it in the corner. He flips it in front, and the play comes to Mazzone. Here comes Mazzone, one-on-one, and he shoots and scores. Mazzone with the wicked wrist shot right past Bayshaw to make this a 9-6 game. 9:50 left in the third period. 3-goal lead. This has been the biggest lead for either team so far. And that was a shorthanded goal by Mazzone. And face-off won by Watrous. Comes back to Delgado. Delgado now working it out of the zone. He makes the play over to Kastner. Kastner, he gets the shot off. He tries to get his own rebound, and the rebound comes to Watrous. Now the Allies getting it back. They throw it into a corner where nobody is at. That allows De La Hante to get to it. Barillaro pushes De La Hante off of it. Kastner, he rolls around. De La Hante trying to work on him. Nice pass by Kastner over to Barillaro as he draws the defense to him, but the Allies not able to do anything with it. And where the Allies have been doing things throughout the night where they were getting good shots and making good plays, that power play just was not what it was the first or the second time that we saw power plays from the Allies. Penalty is now over. Delgado collecting behind the net. He makes a pass up to Watrous. Watrous now plays it back to Delgado. That goes past him into the corner. D'Lo chasing. D'Lo picks it up off the back of the net. Delgado trying to work hard against D'Lo. Waters now makes a pass out. That goes out to De La Hante. De La Hante now trying to play it out of the corner. That goes off the Allies, and Waters gets tied up as the pass comes across to him. Waters tries to play it out. It hits John DeLuca, the referee, in the foot. And that was a great long outlet pass by Antonio Di Camillo up to Kelsey as the Allies had control for a little bit there, and they keep it. It's back over to Kelsey from Delgado, and that pass goes right past Di Camillo. Waters now working on Delgado. He gives him the in and out, and he scores. Tyler Waters with the rip right over Bayshaw's shoulder. He goes high. Top shelf on that one. 10-6 with 7:50 left in the third period. Waters not necessarily known for his sniping skills. Shows us what he's capable of with that shot, top shelfing it over Jason Bayshaw. Face off now. One back to Kyle Jesse, and he passes over to Delgado, who dumps it deep. Zygmunt's picking that up. De La Hante now gets it around the horn from Zygmunt. Up the boards to Waters. Waters gets picked off, but that now bounces over to Loper, who passes to De La Hante. Passes back to Waters. He gets picked off by Jesse. It's a 3-on-2 going the other way, but Loper's joining in, so now it's a 3-on-3. Kelsey can't get it in front, and now Zygmunt He's trying to put the wheels on. He's looking. He runs into D'Lo with it. D'Lo scores. Zygmunt got it there. Got it into the feet of Loper, and Loper just said, "Sorry, Ziggy, but I'm shooting this one." And he puts it right under Bayshaw's pads. And we're just getting a report from the bench that Mike Bradigo is done for the game. He got stretched out at the end of the second period there, and we're watching him now as he's leaving. He looks like he's skating okay, so I'm not quite sure what the injury was. It's to his hand, to his arm, upper arm. He has an upper arm injury, and definitely on his right arm because he's not using that to exit the arena. So he's done for the game. So the Allies are down a guy. So we'll have to see how this affects the team going forward. Now they're playing with 3D, rotating 3D, and they're going to have 4-0 with a 5-goal deficit now, as that last goal from D'Lo puts Big Knife up 11-6. Kyle Jesse now has it. D'Lo picking that off of him. D'Lo now trying to work past Kastner. He gets stripped of it, but he fights his way back into the play. He's coming the other way. He's going to challenge Kastner again. He makes a play down to Waters. Waters winds up and rips it as Bayshaw stops it inside his blocker as that hits him in the upper body and then rolls down into the back of the blocker. Face off now to the right of Bayshaw. Waters looking back, waiting for Zygmunt to get ready. Waters plays it back to Jones. Jones now throws it forward to Waters. Kastner now bringing it around. He looks, he sees D'Lo. He says, "I'm not going that way, and I'm going to go skating faster down the other side." He gets past them, gets the shot off, but it goes wide of the net. Play up the boards by Zygmunt. That goes right to Barilaro as Kastner jumps in front to try to screen Sisson, who has really picked up his game since the second period. The Allies haven't really tested him much, and with the loss of Bradigo, who has been very accurate with his shooting tonight, with the couple of goals that he has, it's going to be tough to get back on. And there's again Sisson getting on top of that and making the save with his glove. 6:04 left in the third period. We're going to take the face off to the right of Sisson. Like I said, he hasn't had to play the face off from this side too much. And there goes Mazzone trying to work Kastner. Kastner now around behind the net. He cuts back the other way. Waters peels off. Long pass out to Jesse. Jesse pass over to Barilaro. Barilaro pushing into the corner, but that's picked up by De La Honte. Jesse goes across to get it, and he takes a shot and he scores. He beats Sisson on the shot there to the inside of the post. Now that makes the score 11-7 with 5:41 left in the third period. So 4 goals in 5 minutes and 41 seconds for the Allies to catch up. Or a 4-goal cushion for Big Knife that they can add to. Certainly with the firepower of Mazzone and Loper, and with the addition of Waters tonight, and the offensive power that he's brought tonight, it's certainly going to be a challenge for the Allies. It's not going to be a walk in the park for them to get themselves tied back up here. Jonesy now chasing Barilaro into the corner. Barilaro fighting for it with Watrous, and he tries to dump it back to Barilaro, but that ends up picked up by Waters. Waters, he makes a blind pass, goes right to Watrous. Watrous scores! Watrous, bad pass by Waters is he makes a no-look pass and he puts it right on Watrous' tape. Watrous makes him pay for it as he makes a maneuver and scores 5-hole. Cutting the lead down to 3. It's 11-8, 5 minutes left in the third period. And the Allies are making their push to try to get back into this game. As we get the face-off, and Mazzone, he has it now. He makes the pass through the Waters. Waters makes a play, and Bayshaw's up to the task. He makes the save with his blocker. Kastner trying to go forward with it. Gets picked up by Delgado. It's a 3-on-2 the other way. De La Honte putting pressure on Delgado. Gets picked up by Kastner. Kastner now deep in the corner. Everybody's back for Big Knife, so now it's 4-on-4 as it's stumped down low. If the Allies can get back to doing their cycling like they were in the beginning of the game, they can really make a good push for this here, as Sisson has to stop it on the side of the net, and he throws it out to the face-off circle to his left with 4:24 left in the third period. So I think the keys now for both teams to win this game, the Allies have to get back to what they were doing in that first period. It's going to be tough with the loss of Bradigo, as he is strong back there on the line for both offense and defense, but was really good with helping control and make good passes. And there's another save by Sisson as the shot comes in from Kastner from the point. And I think for Big Knife, what they're going to need to do is they need to tighten up their D some. They're going to have to stop making the blind passes, stop trying to be that fancy with 4:08 left. You got to play smart. You have a 3-goal lead. They know that they can get a good pass breaking out of the zone here and there, and that's what they just need to rely on. They can capitalize on that and build a bigger cushion, but defense is really what they're going to need to do, because they already have the lead. They don't need more goals. They just need to keep it up as it's out of play, and it's going to be down low to the left of Sisson. So with 3 minutes and 43 seconds left in the game, we're going to see how these guys play it out. I expect that Loper will probably be in for the majority of the rest of the game, as will Mazzone, as Delgado picks it up. He tries to play it through for DiCamillo, and that gets picked off. De La Honte down to Mazzone. Mazzone flicking it back as Kastner picks that up. He shows his speed. He cuts around D'Lo, and he's tripped up, but no call there by Jimmy Sabatini. He says no trip on that. And the play comes back across to DiCamillo. DiCamillo gets it, but it gets deflected by De La Honte. There's a big hit by Zygmunt as he throws Kelsey down. Kelsey comes back out in front with it. And let's see what they're going to come up with the calls here. Looks like they're calling cross-check on Ziggy in the back as he's arguing that. And that's not something that Big Knife can really afford here. With 3 minutes left, giving up a power play here could potentially be costly. So as we get this sorted out, all right, we're trying to figure out how this is I'm not sure why we got 1 minute and 30 up on here. So we do have a power play for the Allies here. I'm not sure. They must have given 2 penalties to Zygmunt and 1 to the Allies, and I didn't see who it was that went into the to the box for the Allies. But they call it as being a power play for red. So the Allies are on the power play here for the next minute and 6 seconds. 2:34 left in the game as Kastner now makes the pass across. There goes Barillaro with the goal. Barillaro taking the shot from the point as Watrous was in front screening, and a great look by Kastner to make that pass back to Barillaro, who just put it low and out of the reach of Sisson. And Ziggy just got thrown out of the game, so they need to have somebody serve the rest of his penalty. I don't think they added any time on there. They just gave him a game misconduct because he was being a little vocal from the penalty box, and referees took exception to it. So now each team is down a player. Zygmunt out for a match penalty for Big Knife, and Bradigo out for an injury on the Allies side. 2:25 left, 11-9. And it looks like they have 130 up on the board, so I'm not really sure. Maybe they did call a penalty. So now it is another penalty. We have two guys in the box. So another minute and a half power play. And this is just going to be the bane of Big Knife here. This is you can't afford to do this. Now the Allies have them frustrated, and another power play with 2:10 left. I mean, the Allies still have their work cut out for them, trying to score 2 goals in the next 2 minutes. But Big Knife is helping them out by giving them the extra man. And there we go, is another shot. That's by Kastner. It goes around. Kyle Jesse now, he throws it in front, but that gets played out by Scoot. That goes to Watrous. Watrous picks it up. Watrous is looking for something. He plays it across to Kastner. Kastner's going to go to the boards and collect it. He steps past Mazzone. He looks to make a play in front, and Mazzone just fires it down as he collects the rebound. 34 seconds left on the power play. Kastner now. He comes in, he takes a backhanded shot. Got 1:19 left in the game. 23 seconds left on the power play. Here's Mazzone. He just rips it down. Kyle Jesse now picking it up. Jesse brings it across the red line. Over to Kastner. Kastner makes a long shot. That goes wide. Bayshaw has been pulled. And sliding across is DiCamillo as he picks it off. Loper's now out of the box from serving a penalty for Zygmunt. Barillaro stepping into the zone. He's stepping around people. He makes the play, but Sisson is there to make the save. Loper now looking to try to shoot it out, and that goes off of Kastner. Actually, Jimmy Sabatini says it went off of D'Lo and is staying in the defensive zone for Big Knife. 38 seconds left, 2 goals to get this game tied and to go into overtime. Bayshaw still not in the net. Win goes back to Kyle Jesse as this one trickles in, and there's the finisher. Mazzone gets the deflected goal there, and they're going to bring Bayshaw back into net. 12-9, 32 seconds left. And that goal pretty much sealed the deal for the Allies, as they're going to really have to turn it on to get 3 goals in 32 seconds. Kastner is not going out without a fight as he makes a great pass up to DiCamillo. DiCamillo shakes his guy. He comes around, He takes a shot, and that's covered by Sisson. 16 seconds left. Face off to the left of Sisson. Barrelaro for Allies, Waters for Big Knife. Barrelaro wins it back to Kastner. Kastner over to Jesse. Jesse takes the shot, and that comes around. And that goes out of play as it's off of both Scoot and Barrelaro. As Kyle Jesse says, just run the last 5 seconds. And that's it. They're going to call it. 12-9 is going to be your final tonight. Tonight's game was brought to you by Dude Wipes. And we're going to keep an eye on the handshake to make sure that the game stays in the game and doesn't carry over. And it looks like the guys are going to go through the handshake and be just fine. Nothing's going to erupt there. Tonight we got what we expected from the Big Knife, as Sisson was solid in net. He did have some trouble throughout the night, but did make some brilliant saves. And in all honesty, he had enough brilliant saves tonight that it probably won Big Knife the game, because their defense was not 100%. And as far as the Allies go, we saw from the Allies probably one of their best showings of the season. They scored a good amount of goals tonight, and they put up a good fight, and they took it right there to the end. And you know, unfortunately, the loss of Bradigo may have contributed, along with the great play by Dan Sisson. So our stars of the game tonight are: the third star would go to Bradigo, even though he's out. He played a heck of a game early on. He had a couple of goals. He did what he had to do on the back line. He made some very good passes early on and was really quarterbacking the plays in the first and most of the second period for the Allies. Number 2 is going to go to Mike Mazzone, as Mike Mazzone was in the right place at the right time a lot of times tonight and got involved in a lot of the offensive plays. And again, I mean, leading scorer of the league is number 1 star, Dennis Loper. Dennis Loper puts together another performance, both passing and shooting. Skills clinic for him. He shows the guys how you become the league's leading scorer. Wasn't great on the defense tonight, but he didn't have to be, because Sisson came in and bailed them out when he needed to. And as long as Loper's putting goals on the board, it's hard to keep up with Big Knife. So unfortunately for the Allies, they didn't hold on till the end of the game, and fortunately for Big Knife, they had it go their way in the last couple of minutes and held on to the lead that they needed to hold on to. So here we go. We close it out with Big Knife winning this one 12-9 over the Allies. I'm Rob Wisniewski. Thanks for being with us tonight at Plainville Indoor Sports Arena for Hockey Night at PISA. Have a great one, everyone.